season tickets. Pretty good value right there. If you're liking what you see out of the Brew Crew now, you're going to Van, that is huge.
Yeah, that would be absolutely.
Not too many lows, but what has been the biggest thing that has surprised you from this year?
That is a tough question to answer. The biggest surprise. I mean, I think you have to point to like some of the rookies, right? Isaac Collins is at the top of that list. Caleb Durbin would be at that list. I mean, Chad Patrick, who pitched really, really well last night, and he was frustrated by the homer that he gave up to the hottest hitter in this series, and Michael Hellman. I think we're tired of hearing about him.
Yeah, the Mayo Man, as we've called him.
The Mayo Man. I think we're going to be done with him after today. But I think, yeah, like the Brewers lead the league in rookie starts. They've gotten some Chads at the top of that list. And I think like that's been a big part of why this team has been successful. But absolutely, Isaac Collins and Caleb Durbin's, like for them to turn themselves into everyday players and, you know, legitimate offensive players, what they've given this team defensively, I think it's one of the best stories, frankly, for this team.
About Bryce Terang being in the MVP conversation.
As he should be,
yeah.
Right. I mean, we're talking about, you know, Bryce and Sal at the top of the National League, you know, batters list in terms of average. I mean, what Bryce has done in August, obviously, we've talked about that a lot. Mm-hmm. Picks that right up in September. It just feels like he's in such a good place consistently of like putting himself in a good position to hit. He really always makes like really good swing decisions. The hard contacts have been there for him. And then obviously when he's getting on base, he's a menace, right? He's a menace to deal with for pitchers and defenses. So the defense has still been elite for him. It should be fun to see if he can follow up with the Gold Glove again. I think he's done everything that you could possibly ask of him.
Well, Soph, you have done everything we could possibly ask of you for filling in for Murph today on the On Deck Show built by Menards. Excellent job, as always.
Thanks for having me, Jeff. Happy to be Pat Murphy for 4 minutes.
Oh, you're great. She's the best. Sophia Minard, FanDuel Sports Network. We've got more of the On Deck Show built by Menards when we come back on the Brewers Radio Network.
Are you ready for a little back-to-school shopping?
Already? It seems like we just got done.
Well, it's been 2 months. Aren't you ready to go back?
No!
How about we go to the store and then stop for some Cedar Crest Demo Derby ice cream?
What's in it?
Cookie crumbles, smashed M&Ms, and swirled chocolate fudge, all packed in chocolate ice cream.
I'm in, Mom. Yeah, me too.
Good. It's a new Cedar Crest flavor, and you know I love chocolate.
Look for Cedar Crest at your local grocer or ice cream parlor.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Crispy chicken tenders are now at Cousin Subs.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Training, and what I mean by that is the mental part of the game, like being focused pitch to pitch. You get 125 pitches a game, you might not get a single ball that day, but if you're really honest with yourself, you can ask yourself, was I ready every single pitch? And now with the pitch comms, every infielder has a pitch comm. They know speed and location of the pitch, especially if we got a guy in the mound that particular night that's truly executing and has command. You're able to get a little bit of a head start if you trust what the guy in the mound is doing and the timing of your prep step is accurate. You can cheat a little bit in the direction we call it educated anticipation, so not truly guessing. And if you're doing that and you're challenging yourself mentally along with the timing of your prep step and the command of our pitchers, we can cover even more ground. And I think it's a really big deal as a coach.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
I guess so. How do you choose what you feed those guys?
Yeah, in that with the analytics is great. I mean, the information is wonderful, but I always explain or try to put it in perspective that the numbers is probability, but it's also history. We got to be able to use our eyes. We got to be able to play in the moment. And I give them any time that they trust their eyes, and we give them the ability to use their instincts. And so if we're always going to have the starting point on our marks, but if the game is telling us something different at the time, we're going to adjust on the fly and in the moment. And then spacing becomes a pretty big deal. So if you start at one spot and you're going to switch a little bit or move a little bit, we got to have communication amongst our other infielders so the spacing remains tight. And I think that's the relationship that you have when you get a group of young players that are physically talented and now they're engaged mentally, trying to fight for an advantage, and then you got them communicating to where the spacing is such that we're putting ourselves in position where they're probably going to hit the baseball and leaving the areas open where that probability is the least.
Is it easier or harder now to do all of that without really being able to fully shift? Was that easier before, even though you had a little bit more guys moving to one side of the field or the other, because now you have to be so fine with it? Is there a difference?
Yeah, I like the game this way, to be honest with you. I think I didn't know how I felt about it when it first started, but I think athleticism and the engagement and the physicality of all the things we just talked about is even more important now. And the spacing becomes more important, and that communication becomes more important because you got to cover a little bit more ground. And you're seeing athletic infielders make more plays or forced to make more plays. So I like the way the game is now. And I think all of those things that we just chatted about are even a little bit more important now than they were 10 years ago.
Yeah, even long term. I mean, it just rewards a more complete baseball player, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Matt, we appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Matt Erickson with us here on the On Deck Show, built by Menards. We got the starting lineups when we come back after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
You know the voice.
Fly ball, right field, out of here!
You know the iconic calls.
Fly ball, deep right! Back to back!
And you know he's our Brewers 360 guest on Wisconsin's Morning News every Wednesday at 8:45. It's Brewers broadcaster Jeff Levering. Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited and Big Fish Contracting.
Dream of playing baseball in college or the pros? Start where the pros train at Sticks Academy in Waukesha. With 50,000 square feet of indoor space and over 34 years of professional experience on staff, it's the Milwaukee area's top spot for college baseball and pro development. Since 2014, Sticks has helped produce more than 300 college commitments, 90 Division I players, 10...
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches. A hand steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
Peterson, Berger, Young, Higashioka, Osuna, Freeman, and Hellman. And on the mound for the Rangers is the former Diamondback right-hander Merrill Kelly. Our umpire lineup is presented by Cannon and Dumphy, a premier Milwaukee personal injury law firm with over $1 billion recovered. They're your advocates for justice, no matter the size of your case. Cannon and Dumphy, experience, results, justice. First base umpire is Carlos Torres, Charlie Ramos at second base, crew chief Alfonso Marquez at third, and Lance Barrett, the home plate umpire, here this afternoon. More of the On Deck Show, built by Menards, when we return after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports? Not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This summer, your wishes take center stage at WishFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all summer for over $1 million in prizes, and earn entries into the WishFest prize drawings on Friday, September 26th. Your entries from July, August, and September all count. Plus, 5 lucky winners will have their ultimate wish granted. Wish big, win big. only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is being brought to you by Citgo. Miller Lite, it's Miller time. Concordia University of Wisconsin. Usinger's famous sausage. Usinger's in baseball is just not summer without them. American Family Insurance, Menards, Prevea Health, Construction Business Group, Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now, Delta Dental, Quick Trip, Woodman's Food Markets, Pomp's Tire, West Bend Insurance, The Silver Lining, U.S. Cellular built for us, Carmel's a premium ready-to-drink cocktail, Island Resort and Casino, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Cousin Subs, Potawatomi Sportsbook, Cedar Crest Ice Cream.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. They rob you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a picture.
I was in AAA, and right before the game, they said, no, you got to stop. You need to hurry up and go to Cincinnati. You're about to go play a game there. You got 45 minutes till the game starts. So I get in my car, and I start driving, and all I keep thinking about is, which jersey are they wearing that night? So when I get to the locker room, I see my jersey hung up, and love the white jerseys, just the stitching on it, the old school feel to it.
Field here in Arlington, Texas, as the Brewers and Rangers get set for the finale here this afternoon. Brewers heading home at the conclusion of this game. Day off tomorrow, and then the Cardinals come to town for a weekend series. Wrap up the On Deck show built by Menards. It's time to drive around the league. It's presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. Brewers and the Rangers, that is the earliest game on the docket today. You've got Boston out in Sacramento finishing up their series with the A's. Diamondbacks and Giants later on today as well out in the Bay Area. That is one of consequence for the Brewers. Brewers need a win today. They need the Giants, Dodgers, and Reds to all lose today. If all of that would happen, they would clinch a playoff spot. That will be later on tonight if that happens, when the Brewers are already back in Milwaukee. Minnesota is at the Angels, taking on the Los Angeles Angels at the Big A. That one coming up later on this afternoon. Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Early evening affair at Camden Yards there. Cleveland is hosting Kansas City later on tonight. Miami and the Nationals continuing their series down in South Florida. Mets and Phillies. We told you last night, Phillies starting to put some distance between them and the Mets. That's a 9-game lead in the NL East. Remember when the Mets swept the Phillies like 10 days ago and it looked like maybe they were going to get back into that race? Not so fast, my friend. Mets are kind of honestly fighting for their own playoff lives. They only have a small margin over the Giants now, just a 2-game lead for the final wild card spot in the National League for the Mets. So they will play at Citizens Bank Park later on tonight. Detroit and the Yankees in New York. Houston is at Toronto. The Cubs and the Braves later on tonight. Chris Sale gets the ball for Atlanta in that one. And for the Cubs, they have not yet announced a starter. They are TBD. And we don't know how effective TBD will be for the Cubs in Atlanta tonight. Tampa Bay's at the White Sox. You've got Cincinnati at San Diego. That's another one of consequence for the Brewers. Brewers need the Reds to lose. St. Louis at Seattle, and the Rockies are at the Dodgers in an NL West showdown between one team with 81 wins and another one with 40. The Rockies 40 and 105 on the year. Merrill Kelly's going through his warm-up tosses. The longtime Arizona Diamondback, he has been really tough on the crew, and especially the last few times that he's faced him, he's been very tough on the crew. They haven't seen him since last September. Try to get after him here today with Freddie Peralta on the mound for the Brewers. With the play-by-play of this one here this afternoon, here's Jeff Levering.
All right, thanks so much, Lane, and a reminder that this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. That message also brought to you by our friends at the Boucher Automotive Group. Visit them today at Boucher.com. As Lane was telling you, Merrill Kelly's been tough on the Brewers. 9 career starts. He's 4-2 with a .277 earned run average. He's been good as a Ranger. Earned run average under 3 in 7 starts since Texas acquired him at the trade deadline. As Bryce Terang makes his way to home plate looking for his first hit of the series. He's 0 for 9. Took an 0 for 5 yesterday. Hit the ball hard, but that was the case for everybody in the Brewers lineup yesterday. Missiles all over the field with no results. Ended up losing 5-4 in the ball game. One bad inning costing the Brewers. It was the 5th. Merrill Kelly into his windup in the first pitch of the game. He is a strike at the knees. And we're off and running. First pitch of Brewers baseball brought to you by Carbless. Premium cocktails in a can. Stop at your local grocer or stock up for the game for your next tailgate. Carbless, less is more. Terang fouls it back, and he's in an 0-2 count. Just in case you didn't hear it over our microphones from the in-stadium official score, did I hear 89 degrees in our first pitch at 1:39 Central Time? But you already heard that. Here's the pitch, and a fly ball into right center field. It's hit well, way back, and it is gone. Bryce Terang right out of the gate gives the Brewers a 1-0 lead. On an 0-2 pitch, a cutter that was right down the middle, Terang makes it 1-0 on his 18th home run of the year. We've seen some 2-strike home runs in this series. None by the Brewers. They finally got one. Not where Merrill Kelly wanted to leave that pitch, and Bryce Terang went way deep into right center. Jackson Churio now 3 for 5 with a couple of doubles in last night's game, and he sends the first one foul. We've already got a winner in our quick trip around the bases, presented this month by Hershey's. Today's contestant, quick trip around the bases contest, Riley McLaughlin. You're a winner in Janesville. Congratulations, Riley. You get a $100 Quick Trip gift card, compliments of Hershey's and Quick Trip. Churio swings and misses at a slider off the plate away. And the count is 0-2 on Jackson Churio. 279 is mentioned. 19 homers and 71 driven in for Churio. He's 4 for 8 in the series. Spreads out with 2 strikes. Merrill Kelly deals home, and he missed outside. For Merrill Kelly, this being start number 10 against the Brewers, that's just the 5th home run he's ever allowed to Milwaukee. 1-2 on the way. And a check swing. They'll appeal. Didn't go. First base umpire Carlos Torres. Lance Barrett calling the balls and strikes today. Alfonso Marquez, the crew chief at third. Charlie Ramos at second. 2-2 pitch. That's a fly ball hit well to left. Way back, and that one's gone. The Brewers go back-to-back to start this game. Number 20 for Jackson Churio. Taking a big chunk out of Merrill Kelly in this opening frame. Each and every home run by the Brewers, $100 to Hunger Task Force Milwaukee. Thanks to our friends at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, making a difference to fight hunger in our community. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. 2 at-bats, 2 homers. That means $200. That was 109 off the bat of Jackson Churio. Here's Yelich, and he sends one to center field. Back goes Hellman, and he will reach up and make the catch and bangs into the fence. Well, the Brewers picking up right where they left off with hitting missiles all over the place. Yelich looks up at the sky and goes, "Come on, man." That was the hardest hit of the 3. 110.8. And Pat Murphy just looked up at Christian Yelich as he was making his way into the dugout and said, "What's wrong with you?" I cleaned up the language just a bit, but he said, in essence, "What's wrong with you?" Now Jake Bauers, the hottest hitter in the lineup, will take a strike from Merrill Kelly. 0-1. Good start for the Brewers offense, to say the least. Bauers homered as a pinch hitter last night in the 9th. Taps this one towards first base, almost in no man's land, fielding and flipping to Kelly, covering the first base bag. Berger able to get it to Kelly for the second out of the inning. 3-1 on the putout. Now it's Sal Frelick. Bauers, by the way, our cleanup hitter. That's brought to you by Loyal Family Renovations. Clean up any home damage at Loyal Family. Located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for free inspection today. Sal Frelick searching for his first hit of the series. 0-4-7. Left-handed batter against the righty Merrill Kelly. And that's a strike. Frelick at .295 now with his batting average. 10 home runs driven in 54. Rocks back and deals on 0-1, and Frelick got jammed and hit it foul. 0-2 on Sal. Roof is closed this afternoon. Been open the 2 previous games at night. 0-2 from Kelly. And missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Sal Frelick. And Freddie Peralta, who will get to work in the bottom of the first inning eventually, will have at least a 2-0 lead with which to work. 1-2. It's called third strike. Fastball in the outside corner. Brewers are finished in the first, but they go back-to-back with Terang and Churio out to a 2-0 lead against the Rangers in Texas. Peralta to work when we come back on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
Hi, Debbie. I just thought I'd let you know eastbound 94 has what looks like a pretty...
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, el niño ya tenía swing.
Experience it your way.
2-0 Milwaukee, bottom of the first inning, and Freddie Peralta to operate against this Texas Rangers offense. Scored exactly 5 runs in each of the first 2 games of the series. Opening pitch of the day for Freddie Peralta is down and in for ball 1 on Josh Smith. 254 for Smith, 9 homers, 33 driven in. He was 1 for 4 yesterday. Here's the pitch to Smith, and it's a strike. Freddie Peralta is working with Danny Jansen. It's the 4th time that this duo has worked together, and it's been very good for both parties. 1-1 pitch. Smith hits it foul. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. 16 innings of work for Freddie Peralta. In the 3 previous starts, just 1 earned run on 7 hits. 21 strikeouts, and he's 3-0. Here's the delivery, and it's a ground ball up the first base line and deemed foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now, some of that has to do with the fact that Freddie Peralta hasn't given up a run in a while. Last time he allowed a run was on the 5th of August against the Atlanta Braves. He's gone 29 consecutive scoreless innings. It's the 2nd longest stretch in Brewers franchise history. 1-2 again. Smith takes low. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Teddy Higuera holds the Brewers franchise record with 32 consecutive scoreless innings. That was back in 1987. 2-2 coming back, and he missed outside. Tried to quick pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1987, year 2 of the tenure for our intrepid producer and engineer Kent Sommerfeld on the dials. 3-2 pitch. Smith hits a pop-up on the infield right near the mound. Who wants it? It'll be Ortiz making the catch right on the mound. Freddie wanted to take charge and make that play. But instead, Joey Ortiz came in, took charge, as was his right to do so. No matter what, the out recorded. That's the important thing. Wyatt Langford is the hitter. 1 for 4, triple last night, drove in a run. Langford waiting. First pitch is a ball off the outside corner. 1 ball, no strikes. Delivery is down and away with a curveball. 2 balls and no strikes. William Contreras was originally in the starting lineup today. About a half an hour before first pitch, scratched. And just a day of rest for Contreras. 2-0 coming back. And Langford takes down and away. 3 balls and no strikes. Jock Peterson on deck. The Brewers with back-to-back home runs to open up the game. Langford took a strike right down the middle. 3-1. Freddie's got a sign from Jansen. Langford waiting on a 3-1 offering. And a check swing, strike anyway, right at the knees. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Peralta, one of the league leaders in earned run average, coming in with a 2.50 ERA. 16 wins, tied for the big league lead. Here's the pitch. And it's a called third strike on the inside corner with a changeup. First K of the day for Freddie Peralta. A little righty-on-righty action there with the changeup. Ortho ASAP strikeout number 1 for Freddie Peralta. Jock Peterson at 177 on the year. 8 home runs, 21 driven innings, a DH. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Deep and straight away in the outfield. Play him to pull on the infield. Pitch to Peterson. Hit foul. It's a quick 0-2 on Jock. Longtime Dodger. He's been bouncing around the last few years. Spent the last 2 seasons in San Francisco. Peralta's 0-2 pitch. Missed down and away with a changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looking for that shutdown inning in the bottom of the first. Peralta deals on 1-2. Down and away. Tried the curveball. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Peterson. Peralta's 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a changeup. Back-to-back Ks for Freddie Peralta in the bottom half of the first inning, and he gets that shutdown inning against Texas. On our way to the second in Arlington. 2-0 Milwaukee.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
It's like an Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft. It's got an outboard motor. It's got a little barbecue. And it's got a hot tub. Look at that. I mean, come on. American ingenuity. That is living. What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Angels in the outfield? They're everywhere.
Against Merrill Kelly. Brewers baseball brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Durbin 1 for 3 last night. Takes a strike from Kelly, and it's 0-1. Drew a walk, stole a couple of bases. The road trip as a whole, though, just 2 for 17. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Check swing and a ball in. Did he go? He did not. 1 ball and 1 strike on Durbin. Hit a ball last night to deep left center that felt like it had an opportunity to get out of the ballpark. But Michael Hellman was right there to make the catch. Durbin swings and misses at a changeup. It's 1-2. Ball was not carrying very well at all last night, at least when the Brewers were hitting the baseball. A couple of balls it felt like had a chance to get out, didn't. Had plenty of home run power in the first inning against Merrill Kelly. Lines and deals on 1-2. And this is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Caleb Durbin. 2-0 Brewers in the second inning. He joined us late. Back-to-back home runs to start the game from Terang and Churio. 2-2 pitch. Durbin hits it on the ground foul, first base side. Decent crowd today. Had 24,500 in the ballpark last night. Probably around that same number today. 2-2 pitch. Durbin, a ground ball right back to Kelly. He's got it. Flips it over to first base to retire Caleb Durbin for the first out of the inning. Well, it's almost postseason party time, and that means you got to bring out your best, right? Usingers, Pine River, and Cedar Crest. It's made right here in Wisconsin by your friends and neighbors. Invite them over for Usingers brats, Pine River cheese spreads, Cedar Crest, delicious ice cream, and custard. Blake Perkins celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday to Blake. Takes a strike, and it's 0-1. You know, Cedar Crest ice cream, I bet, would go really well in a smoothie. You might have to go vanilla custard, but if you're making yourself a smoothie and just hanging out today and enjoying some Brewers baseball, some Cedar Crest would make that smoothie a little better. However you're taking us in, I don't know, walk or working out, driving around town, running some errands, whatever you may be doing. Appreciate you tuning in to Brewers baseball. In search of win number 90 on the season. Be the first team in the big leagues to 90 wins. 0-2 pitch. Perkins took a called third strike at the knees with a sinker. Second strikeout for Merrill Kelly. Here's Danny Jansen, 8th place hitter today for the Brewers. And before he hits, 10 seconds for station ID on the Brewers Radio Network. First pitch to Danny Jansen, fouled away. And it's 0-1. We got Lane Grindle with us. Kent Sommerfeld, man in the motherboard behind us. Jeff Levering with you. Pitch to Danny Jansen is up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. You all right?
Yes.
What are you laughing about?
Sometimes I can look at you and laugh.
Okay.
The kids likewise.
We certainly had the giggles a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch. Fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You know, when you've done something with another person for 10 years, you kind of have a good wavelength with one another.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Kind of working by osmosis. Got that funny look in your eye, Harry.
Yep.
1-2 pitch. Jansen swings and misses. The Brewers are done in the second inning. 1-2-3 they go. A couple of Ks for Merrill Kelly. Don't worry, I took care of it. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Brewers.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. They rob you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a picture.
What else is going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
And that's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
Stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back. Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up at night. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm going to get a nice heavy glizzy. You got to have chili on there. You got to have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you got to have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You got to have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
4, 5, and 6 scheduled for the Rangers in the bottom half of inning number 2. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. Freddie Peralta gets back to work, struck out a pair in that opening frame. 30 straight scoreless innings for Freddie. Berger, Young, Higashioka. The trio scheduled in this second. Peralta at the belt, always from the stretch, delivers and gets a foul ball down the left field side. Count is 0-1 on Jake Berger, 1 for 7 in the series. Don't forget this message from our friends at Schneider and their professional truck drivers. Distracted driving puts everybody at risk. Stay focused and drive safe. Swing and a miss on a changeup, and Berger is down in the count, 0-2. Checking in at 242 with 14 home runs. Driven in 46 this year, his first year in Texas. 0-2 pitch. Missed down and away. Tried the curveball. Berger, a former first-round pick out of Missouri State University. White Sox took him. Battled injuries for a large part of his career. Last year, the first time he finally stayed healthy. Pitch to Berger, hit foul, third base side again. Played in 137 games last year. Ended up hitting .250 with the Marlins, 29 homers. 1-2. Fly ball to center. Back goes Perkins. Still back at the wall. It's gone. And Jake Berger hits a solo home run. His 15th of the year. The scoreless streak for Freddie Peralta comes to a screeching halt. Got ahead 0-2. And then Jake Berger got something he liked and hit it out of the ballpark. A rare home run allowed by Freddie Peralta. A rare run that he has allowed. He hasn't allowed any more than 4 hits in any of his last 6 starts. That one just got too much plate with 2 strikes, and Jake Berger hit it out. So the Rangers are on the board, and the first pitch is a ball down and away on the number 5 hitter, Josh Young. So 3 runs in the game, 3 solo homers. Young fouls it back, took a mighty cut. 1 ball and 1 strike.
A lot has transpired from that Eli White home run to that Jake Berger home run, right? In the middle. What a run for Freddie Peralta.
A lot of wins for the Brewers in that stretch, too. Young takes a strike. Didn't have to be on a changeup that maybe clipped the bottom of the knees. So if you're taking notes, that low strike is available today for Lance Barrett, our home plate umpire. Could be a really good thing for Merrill Kelly. Freddie Peralta, who uses the top part of the strike zone more often. Young takes a called third strike. That was a curveball again in the lower portion of the zone. And Peralta gets Young looking. Second strikeout looking for Freddie Peralta. A perfect pitch. May have been a half a baseball below the strike zone, but that is an excellent pitch from Freddie. Kyle Higashioka with 1 out and a run in already. Here's the pitch to him, and it's a strike.
It's 0-1.
That last pitch is one of those where I think there are people that complain about the box, right? It looks like on the box it was low, but if you watch the shape of the pitch,
Higashioka takes low again.
You could convince me you got a lot of the strike zone.
Yeah, it's an excellent pitch. Right where you want it if you're Freddie Peralta, and he got the call. Danny Jansen made it look better than it was, too. All things considered, there's a changeup for a swinging strike. Higashioka down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Delivery is a swing and a miss. Threw him a curveball in the dirt, and Higashioka's gone. 4th strikeout for Freddie Peralta. Two away for Alejandro Osuna. Don't miss the Brewers annual Fan Appreciation Day. It's presented by Toyota. Saturday, September the 27th. Celebrate your Brewers fandom with giveaways and surprises all game long. Get your seats today, brewers.com/tickets. First pitch is a strike on Osuna. That's the day they're going to be giving away a car, right?
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, big car day. That's fun. The 0-1 pitch. Up and in. It's not the same car that they have up in right center in the Toyota territory, but they give away a car. You got to hit that car with a home run in order to win it. Dented and all. That's the one you get. 1-1 fouled away. At least they don't put it in the fine print that you actually have to go up on that landing and get the car down yourself. Now that would be a challenge.
Hey, that part's up to you, man.
Right. Here are the keys. How you get the car, that's up to you, Meat.
Good luck to you.
You got to rent a crane. That would be a task. Peralta throws on 1-2. And he missed high with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We were watching, I think it was some old Prince Fielder highlights the other day, and I didn't realize it used to be cardboard cutout of the Toyota Tundra up there.
You got the real thing out there now, Uncle Eddie. 2-2 pitch. High again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I still don't know how they get the car up there. I would love to be in the ballpark when they do that. Or take it down. 3-2 on Osuna. Peralta's pitch is fouled away just below us. I bet there has not been a single foul ball that has come up to this broadcast area in the 6 seasons of this ballpark. Up here on Mount Arlington, Osuna hits it on the ground first base. Bowers has it, flips to Peralta covering the bag, and the inning comes to a close. Jake Berger hits a solo homer, gets the Rangers on the board. It's 2-1 Brewers as we go to the 3rd on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
We get it. You're on the go, and life gets in the way.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
field in Arlington, and in play-by-play, here's Lane.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. Joey Ortiz leads off for the Crew. Kelly at 28 pitches through the first 2 innings for him. And the first offering to Joey is a strike at the knees with a fastball at 90, and it's 0-1. It is time for our Potawatomi Casino Hotel 3-bagger in the third contest. Our contestant is Eric Chilson from Milwaukee. The 0-1. And Joey, ground ball back up the middle and into left center field. A base hit for Ortiz. Big turn at first, then puts on the brakes. And Joey Ortiz with his second hit of the series. Another hard contact on a ground ball back up the middle. That got through easily, and now here's Bryce Terang, who has swung the bat very well in this series. Only has the 1 hit to show for it, and that was the home run to lead off this game. Had a home run robbed last night by Hellman in left center. As Ortiz has his lead from first being held on by Berger over there. And the first pitch to Terang is a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Eric will win a Potawatomi prize package. If a member of the Crew hits a triple this inning, visit WTMJ.com to enter and for official contest rules. Kelly brings home the pitch, and Terang took a changeup down and away. You look at the overall numbers of Terang right now. 18 home runs, 74 driven in, a batting average hovering around 290 now. It was 288 at the start of the day. The pitch is a chopper to second. Big hop to the second baseman, Freeman. He goes to second for one, back to first, not in time. So they'll get the lead runner in Ortiz. 4-6 on that putout, but Terang able to stay out of the double play, hustling up the line. He's at first on a fielder's choice in front of Churio. Just to finish that thought on Terang, Jeff, I think there's going to be a very strong argument at the end of this year that Bryce Terang in 2025 will have put together the best all-around season at second base in maybe franchise history.
I think that's a very fair assessment.
You start going back through all of the different years, and there's been some great second basemen. Churio takes down and in 1-0. But I think you'll have a hard time finding the all-around season that Bryce has put together. It's going to be an all-time season at that position for the Brewers. Toss to first, and Bryce is back into first safely.
All facets of the game. We heard Sophia talking about it in the manager portion of our pregame show today. Just how complete a player he has become.
1-0. That missed outside with a cut fastball. 2 balls and no strikes.
And he's absolutely going to get MVP votes.
He should. He absolutely should. You kind of forget about the base running part of it, too. That, for so long, was the biggest part of his offensive game. Has 23 stolen bases. Churio, a chopper on the left side. Big hop to the shortstop, Smith. He's going to throw to first in time to get Churio. Terang to second. He's there with 2 outs. And that'll get Yelich to the plate. Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. The super easy app opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download the Club Citgo app today. I think the exciting thing is it feels like he's unlocked the power. And for many in the organization, they knew that power was there. Or was at least coming. A swing and a miss at a changeup from Yelich. It's 0-1. And he will tell you, I'm not trying to do anything differently. I'm just staying on the baseball and letting everything else take care of itself. And it is kind of scary to think what type of a player he could be next year. Pitch to Yelich is up and in with a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
For the time being, just keep it rolling for the next 6 weeks or so, and then we'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, he has made massive leaps in every single season he's been in the big leagues. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Curveball down below the zone, and it's 1-2 on Yelich. It's been fun to watch these young players, and now they're starting to turn the corner. They're still young players, but they're not rookies anymore, right? And watch them kind of grow in the game. You talk about Terang. Now Frelick is very much in that same boat. We're going to see some of that maybe a year behind those two with Jackson. And the sky is the limit for Jackson Churio, of course. Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss. Got him with a really good changeup down and away. Strikes out Yelich. And the Brewers will strand a runner at second base here in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of three. It's a 2-1 Brewers lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. They rob you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a picture.
Came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft. It's got an outboard motor. It's got a little barbecue. And it's got a hot tub. Look at that. I mean, come on. American ingenuity. That is living. What else can go wrong here?
Where are the Yankees in the outfield? They're everywhere.
Lead it. Freddie Peralta facing Cody Freeman, Michael Hellman, and then the top of the order and Josh Smith for the Rangers here. Peralta's first pitch to Freeman is right through there with a strike at 94, and it's 0-1. Just the solo home run allowed to Jake Berger in the second inning for the Rangers so far. This one's popped up foul and out of play first base side, and it's 0-2. Freeman. And ended the scoreless streak for Freddie. What a run that was for Peralta. Had a shot to catch Teddy Higuera in his 32 consecutive, but ends up coming up just short. Here's the pitch to Freeman, and it's low with curveball. He didn't chase it. 1 ball and 2 strikes here.
30 straight innings, nothing to bat an eyelash at either. That's a heck of a run.
A couple of years ago when the Brewers were in Arizona, they faced Zach Gallen. He was north of 40, wasn't he? Pitch, a swing and a miss. Freeman strikes out on a fastball at the very top of the strike zone at 96. The 5th ortho ASAP strikeout of the afternoon for Freddie Peralta. Start healing faster with Ortho ASAP. Meet with a specialist today. Learn more at orthowisconsin.com. I remember that run that Gallen was on. Pitch is in there for a strike to Michael Hellman, and it's 0-1.
44 to third innings back in 2022.
Starting to make Oral Hershiser a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
The 0-1. That's down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Just think about how difficult it has to be to put a run like that together. Here's a pitch down and in to Hellman. 2 2 balls and 1 strike. That was the changeup that time. I mean, one, it's not just a credit to you, but it's the guys playing behind you, too, because inevitably over some sort of a stretch like that, there's going to be some great plays made that either take runs off the board or runners off the bases. Here is a liner, and under the glove of Durbin into left field for a base hit. Durbin basically one step in a diving attempt and was unable to get to it. It was hit very hard, and there he goes again, Michael Hellman.
Pat Murphy joked last night after the game that they might intentionally walk him 4 times today, and I'm starting to think that he wasn't kidding.
I don't want to face that guy with runners on right now. I know that. As silly as it would seem when you look at the lack of a track record for a guy that's barely been in the big leagues, but he has done everything right in this series. Here's the top of the order, and Josh Smith. He takes a fastball high. It's 1-0.
And the Rangers are his 4th organization this year.
Since February. Part of a couple of NL Central clubs in between the Minnesota Twins. Toss to first and back in time is Hellman. Cardinals and the Pirates. And Pirates could use that offense. Runner at first and 1 out here. Here's the pitch. It's bunted up the third baseline. Durbin is going to let this roll foul. Picks it up just as it goes foul. It's a good job by Durbin to understand the English on that baseball. There probably would have been a little bit of a tempting situation there for a lot of third basemen to come up and just try to field that ball and see if you can make a play at first. It would have been really hard to make that play at first. But he saw after the first bounce that it had that little English on it and that it was going to be able to roll foul. And that was the right play by Caleb. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Smith. The pitch. Missed with a changeup away. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 Brewers. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Smith popped up to the shortstop Ortiz back in the 1st. Takes down and in with another changeup. And the count climbs to 3 balls and 1 strike here on Smith. Wyatt Langford is in the on-deck circle for the Rangers. Rangers have made Freddie throw some pitches so far in this one. He's at 50. The pitch. And the pitch is a ball. Runner was going, but ball 4 was called for, so it'll be a walk to Smith, and Hellman goes to second on the walk. So now first and second and 1 away for Wyatt Langford. No dental insurance, but you need dental care. The new Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club can save you up to 55% from a statewide network of trusted WDA dentists. Join at WDAclub.com. So a little trouble here for Freddie. Facing the meat of this Rangers order now. Hellman at second, Smith at first. Ground ball could still get you out of it, though. And the pitch. Curveball missed outside. It's 1-0. Pretty similar crowd, I would say, today than what we had the first 2 nights of this series. That missed low. 2 balls and 0 strikes. That was a changeup down. That didn't miss by a lot based upon Lance Barrett's strike zone. He's been calling that low strike. That went definitely down below the box, but in the vicinity of where some strikes have been called today. 2-0 pitch. Rolled foul into the camera well, third base side. It's 2-1. Have to think that Rangers would start to draw a little bit better here down the final couple of weeks of the season, with them starting to sniff the postseason. Here's a pop-up foul and out of play first base side. 2-2 here on Langford.
2.5 games back of first place in the West, and they're in 3rd place. The West is going to be wild down the stretch.
It is. Houston does not have that thing locked up. They picked up a game on them last night.
Still have one more series with the Astros, too, to the Rangers.
Mariners, of course, are in there, too. 2-2 pitch to Langford. He is down and away with a curveball. 3-2. And this is, if there's been one critique of Freddie, even through all the greatness that he has put up there this year, and he's going to get Cy Young votes, probably top 3 right now for the Cy Young. But it has been inefficiency at times. Pitch count can climb on him a little bit. And this changeup missed low, and he walked him, and now the bases are loaded. And Chris Hook will make a trip out to chat with Freddie Peralta here, as Freddie has walked back-to-back hitters now. So the single from Hellman, and now back-to-back walks, and they are loaded for Jock Peterson. Trips to the mound are brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Hitch a ride to Milwaukee Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the sportsbook or same-day sports bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. So conversation going on right now between Danny Jansen, Freddie Peralta, and Chris Hook. Danny Jansen and Chris Hook now back to their respective spots. Pretty big at bat early on in this game coming up right here. Rangers have loaded the bases with 1 out. And Jock Peterson at the plate. 273 hitter with the bases loaded in his career. But 0 for 4 this year in this scenario. Just a 176 hitter this season. Takes a first pitch strike on a changeup. That was a very good pitch. Lower inside corner. And it's 0-1. Peterson was the DH last night. Got 2 ABs. And then was pinch hit for. Checks on a fastball up and away at 95. And it's 1-1. He pinch hit on Monday night and struck out. A couple of strikeouts in this series for Peterson. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off the gear of Jansen and back to the backstop. It is 1-2. A strikeout would be optimal if you're Freddie Peralta here in this spot. 1-2 pitch. That's high with a fastball. He didn't chase it. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nowhere to put him. So no real margin for error here for Freddie. He was up over 60 pitches through 2 1/3. 2-2 pitch. That's high. Fastball at 94, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Crowd making some noise here at Globe Life. 3-2 pitch. And a ground ball just foul at the first baseline. That was Carlos Torres right on top of it. Very quick to call it foul. It's hit hard. That would have been trouble if it's a fair ball. Would have been on its way probably to hit off that sidewall if it's fair. But we'll do it again at 3-2. Here's the pitch. And a pop-up foul out of play, third base side. Again, the count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes, but Freddie's pitch count just climbing and climbing. This will be the 8th pitch of this at-bat. He has thrown 64 in the game. 3-2 pitch, and a ground ball. 1 hops Terang. Pivots, throws to second. Ortiz back to first, not in time. So they get the middle runner. The run will score. We're tied at 2. Boy, Terang and Ortiz did everything they could to try to turn a double play. It was ranging to his left and in shallow right by the time Terang got the ball. So it was a long throw from Terang to Ortiz covering the bag at second. And that was just enough to allow Peterson to hustle up the line and stay out of the double play. So it's a fielder's choice RBI for Peterson. frankly, short of a strikeout or a pop-up, that was probably about as good of a scenario as the Brewers could have hoped for as well. So here's the first pitch to Berger, and he takes outside on a curveball. It's 1-0. So runners on the corners here. Smith at third and Peterson at first with 2 outs. Berger, of course, homered back in the second inning, and now a balk has been called, and the Rangers are going to take a 3-2 lead. That was Carlos Torres who came in and called the balk on Freddie Peralta. So Smith will score from third. Peterson goes to second. And he was pretty adamant about it.
No argument from Freddie either.
Nor the Brewers dugout. Here's the pitch to Berger, and he popped it up. This one into foul territory for Jake Bauers, but playable. Drifts underneath it, makes the catch. 1 pitch later, Brewers are out of the inning. But 2 runs come across, and the Rangers take a 3-2 lead into the 4th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Well, we go to the 4th inning here at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas, and the Brewers trail for the first time in this game, 3-2 after the Rangers able to plate a couple of runs. And now Jake Bauers having a conversation with Lance Barrett at home plate. And Pat Murphy is on his way out to chat. I think, is Jake going to be assessed a strike? He is. So it is going to be a pitch clock violation on Bauers, and he's going to start this count down 0-1. Jake Bauers not very happy. Lance Barrett and Pat Murphy having a conversation. Pat Murphy seems to be okay with whatever the explanation from Lance Barrett was. And it's going to be an 0-1 count on Bauers to start up this 4th inning. Been a rough last few moments here for the Brewers in terms of some calls as Bauers swings and misses at a changeup, but it's 0-1. He had the balk call, then get the final out of the inning 1 pitch later. And now Bauers is behind 0-2. Here's the pitch from Kelly, and that is down and in with a changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Saw the video in between the innings lane of the balk. It was ever so slight.
It was there, but it was extremely slight. 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a foul on a changeup down below the zone. Straight into the ground. Stays at 1-2. Just a little bit of a start and stop as Freddie was getting ready to begin his motion. 1-2 pitch, and Bauers a pop-up. This one into shallow left. Racing in is Langford, going out is the shortstop Smith, who will make the catch. And actually that was Young, the third baseman, who took charge and made the catch over there. Both of them were right next to each other in shallow left at the moment that Young made the catch. 1 away for Sal Frelick. Carbless is a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium ready-to-drink cocktails, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local grocery store. Carbless, less is more. Kelly's first offering to Sal is in there for a strike on the outside edge, and it's 0-1. Frelick 0 for 8 in the series, called out on strikes back in the first. Kelly out of the windup, brings home the pitch, and Sal a fly ball to left. That struck pretty well. Langford back about 2 steps shy of the warning track, makes the catch. Sal with a little oppo power, but the ballpark held it by plenty. And there's 2 away for Caleb Durbin. Durbin hit it hard, but right at Kelly. Back in the second inning. Durbin 1 for 6 in the series. And just 2 hits on this road trip. Remember, had that home run on Labor Day against the Phillies back at home. Checks on a strike with a slider on the outside edge. And it's 0-1. But it's been a fairly quiet road trip for Caleb, who's been red hot at the plate in the month of August. The 0-1. That missed inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. September hasn't quite been the same story for Durbin. 2 outs and nobody on here. In the top of the 4th inning, it's a 3-2 Rangers lead. The pitch. Line through the right side and down for a base hit for Durbin. So there you go. Durbin with a 2-out single, and that'll get Perkins to the plate. Perkins on his birthday. 0 for 1 so far today. Caught looking back in the second inning. Has a couple of hits in the series. Blake on the year has the 3 home runs. All of them came on that same road trip. In Washington and then, of course, in Atlanta. At the beginning of August, a spin and a throw to first, and diving back into first in time is Caleb Durbin. We have raved about Durbin defensively and the progress he's made. I think he's become one of the better base runners on this team, too. The pitch in there with a strike on a curveball, and it's 0-1.
Wasn't without some growing pains.
Yeah, he had some struggles early, but he has really gotten aggressive at times on the base paths, but picked the right spots. Another toss to first and back in time again for Caleb Durbin. And I was talking to Matt Erickson yesterday. We were talking about the infield. You heard some of that conversation on the pregame show. We were talking off air, and that was one of the big things for Caleb, is just how much he gets himself invested in the little things. Perkins takes a cutter away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And frankly, the Yankees didn't emphasize defense the same way the Brewers do. And so if that's not being emphasized, you're not going to spend as much time on it. But when he got to this organization, that's a part of the culture here. And he embraced it. Pitch is high. 2 balls and 1 strike on Perkins. And the same thing when it comes to base running. There is an expectation of how to run the bases if you're with the Milwaukee Brewers. It's just things the Brewers have to be able to do well for their winning formula. There goes the runner. 2-1 is a liner into left and down for a base hit. Durbin had slid into second and then gets up and hustles back to the bag at second after he kind of tried to pop up and think about bluffing towards third and then fell down, so then had to scramble back to the bag, but he's there safely. It's a base hit through the left side for Perk. And now first and second, and Danny Jansen is the hitter for the Brewers. We have mentioned a couple of occasions that kind of waiting for that big Danny Jansen moment since he's been a Brewer. Kid from Wisconsin. Big opportunity for him right here to collect a clutch 2-out hit in a big spot for the Brewers here in the top of the 4th. Really extending this inning a little bit on Kelly as well. First pitch is a ground ball up the middle, but played that way, and then off the glove of the second baseman, Freeman. Everybody's safe. Boy, Freeman was playing it right behind the bag at second. He was going to have to pick it up and try to step on the bag to get this speedy Perkins. And he just kind of olayed that ball.
I wonder if it took a shot off the side of the base, too, Lane. This had some funky spin on it off the bat of Jansen. I wonder if it hit the bag.
I think it hit the front left corner of the bag as we see it. It just barely deflected it, and that's what happened on Freeman. And the Brewers with some good batted ball luck that time. It's a single for Jansen. And now Ortiz hits with the bases loaded. Stop me if you've heard that before. Takes a first pitch strike. It's 0-1. 1 for 1 on the day for Joey. The pitch, a ground ball to the shortstop. Smith takes a big hop, throws to second, and retires Jansen. And the inning is over. Brewers will leave them loaded in the top of the fourth inning. We go to the bottom of 4. Rangers lead at 3-2 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. They rob you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a picture.
It is 3-2 Rangers as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Freddie Peralta back out there. And the first pitch to Josh Young is lined foul and out of play down the right field line. And it is 0-1 on Young. Brewers left him loaded in the top of the fourth. Young called out on strikes in his only at bat today, and Freddie misses a little low with a curveball. It's 1-1 strike. Rangers lead at 3-2. They took that lead in the bottom of the third. 1-1. That is low with a curveball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Right now, the difference in this game is a balk call with a runner at third. That scored the go-ahead run for the Rangers in that bottom of the third inning. Young takes a strike on a curveball that lands on the outside edge, and it's 2-2. Brewers trying to get out of here and salvage a game in this series after dropping the first 2. Young rolls it foul into the Camberwell third base side, stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Retired veterans can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and the health plan experience you want with Network Health. 2-2 pitch is a ground ball up the middle. Ranging to his left is Ortiz. Diving stop behind the bag. Throws to first in time. You're not supposed to be able to do that. Joey Ortiz. Incredible range. And then still has the balance and the arm strength to get Young at first. He is absolutely behind the bag at second and almost in shallow center by the time he comes up with that ground ball. He is in shallow center by the time he came up with it. Put another one on the highlight reel for Joey. First pitch to Higashioka misses outside of the curveball. It's 1-0. That is why pitchers like to pitch for the Brewers. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
You wonder how teams have such low earned run averages. Yes, a lot of it is great pitching, but a lot of it is also great defense.
There are only a handful of shortstops that have a chance to make the play that Joey Ortiz just did. Glove side. And he was a good 4 steps to his left and then an all-out dive. Maximized every bit of his range to get to that baseball. There's a strike at the knees with a fastball. And it's 1-2 on Higashioka. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a curveball. Ortho ASAP strikeout number 6 for Freddie Peralta. And there's 2 away for Alejandro Osuna. And to give you some more perspective on that, you think, oh, ground ball up the middle. He made a diving stop behind the bag. Probably not hit all that hard. It was hit 99 miles an hour up the middle. Osuna takes a changeup for a strike, and it's 0-1. So that had some pace to it back up the middle. 0-1. And swung on and fouled back into the net. It's 0-2. I don't know if that's my top Joey Ortiz play of the year, but it's in the top 5 for me for sure. Osuna flips one into center. That's going to drop in there for a base hit. Big turn at first, puts on the brakes. That was a curveball almost on the plate, and he just went down and swept it off the plate and just poked it into center for a base hit. That is so much how this series has gone for these two teams. Brewers have just not had the batted ball luck, and they have smoked some baseballs in this series. Meanwhile, it seems like the Rangers can just do no wrong when they put a ball in play, save for that nice play by Ortiz to start up the inning. Here's Freeman. He takes a strike, and it's 0-1. It is a 3-2 Rangers lead in the bottom of the 4th. And now Freeman will take a timeout and step out of the batter's box for a moment. He struck out against Peralta to start up the 3rd. And then Hellman had the base hit, the back-to-back walks. And Freddie found himself in a bit of a jam. Here is a liner, and it's going to get through and into left field for a base hit. Stopping at second is Osuna. So 2 two-out singles for the Rangers. And that'll get Hellman to the plate. And this is what you didn't want to do with the way Hellman's been swinging it, is face him with runners on. But Freddie's going to try to navigate it. What a series this kid has had. Drove in 5 on Monday, had a 2-run home run last night. Also pulled a home run back from Bryce Terang. Has a hit already today. First offering is a curveball that just missed. That's been a strike for a good portion of the day today. It is 1-0 on Michael Hellman. Peralta brings home the pitch and a swing and a foul back, and it's 1-1. It's just the 32nd game in the big leagues for Michael Hellman. And he has performed like one of the best players in baseball over the course of this series. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back into the net. It's 1-2. Freddie threw 29 pitches in that 3rd inning. He's up to 18 so far here in the 4th. And he's up to 85 for the game. So he's not going to be able to stick around long in this one. And now Hellman will ask for timeout and step out of the box. The silver lining is that the Brewers' bullpen's in pretty good shape, and you've got a couple of off days coming up. So if you have to dip into that pin a little bit early today, not the worst day to have to do it. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a fastball at 93 up and away. And Freddie Peralta gets Michael Hellman out, and he strands a couple of runners in the 4th. It's a 3-2 Rangers lead as we go to the 5th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. Then robs you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a picture.
at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. It's a 3-2 Rangers lead. And back with the play-by-play. Here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks so much, Lane. Brewers chasing a run. Top of the order coming up against Merrill Kelly. Turang homered to open up the game. His third leadoff homer of the season, all since August 1st, and he takes a strike on the outside corner with a changeup. Seen a ton of changeups from Merrill Kelly today. See if Turang can get something going for the Brewers offense. He shoots one down the left field line, slicing foul into the seats. 0-2 on Bryce Turang. Quick vibe check. Well, the vibes would be better if the Brewers take a lead here in this fifth inning. Did it yesterday in the fifth. A cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. That's a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. 2-strike pitch. Ground ball rolled towards the middle. Tough play. Backhand. Freeman throw to first and late. Turang beat it out. Good play by Cody Freeman. But Bryce Turang beat it out. And they will not challenge the play. Every umpire started walking in almost as if they were expecting Bruce Bochy to challenge the call over first base. I'm going to put the headsets on. Here we go. Nope. You sure? And Turang beat it out. Carlos Torres was on it. And he got it right. So Turang on again. See if he gets his legs moving. Churrio at the plate. Churrio takes a strike at the knees of the slider. It's 0-1. Merrill Kelly at 60 pitches on the nose. Kelly with a good move over at first. Churrio with a fly ball into left center. Sends Hellman over into the gap to make the catch for out number 1. Yelich is lined to deep center and struck out. Merrill Kelly does not get the credit around the league that he deserves. He's been a really good pitcher over the last few years. Rangers went and got him from Arizona. He came back from overseas and signed with the Diamondbacks. Has been with the Diamondbacks ever since, and he's been a quality starting pitcher when he's been healthy. Yelich waits on Kelly, and the pitch home is a backdoor breaking ball that somehow clipped a corner of some strike zone, and it's 0-1. Yelich at 27 home runs on the season. He's driven in 93. Toss to first, and back is Turang. It's a really quick move from Merrill Kelly. He uses those feet very well. Almost as if he's letting the baseball go as his feet are still in midair. 0-1 pitch. Yelich hits it foul off the net. Good one to hit. 0-2 on Yelich. He was 2 for 5 with a double and a run batted in last night. He has seen Merrill Kelly the most out of anybody in his Brewers lineup. Came in just 2 out of 20 lifetime against Kelly. Such a young team. Kelly hasn't faced the Brewers since 2024, so not a lot of experience for this Brewers roster against him. The pitch, fouled away. Threw him a curveball. Kelly's got everything but the kitchen sink essentially in his repertoire. He's been around so long that I covered him in AAA ball with the Durham Bulls. Wow. That was before he went overseas. Pitching in the Tampa Bay Rays organization. Still ahead in the count. Runner takes off. It is high, and Turang will steal second base without a throw. Another donation to the Special Olympics Wisconsin, thanks to Delta Dental and Delta Vision. 2 great plans, one name you trust. Turang got a huge jump, and Higashioka, I don't think he saw Turang going at all. Tying run in scoring position for Yelich. 1-2 the count. Kelly's pitch. Down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad pitch to handle if you're going to make a throw.
Turang will gladly take one of the easier stolen bases of the season. 2-2 coming back to Yelich. And it's hit foul left field side. Change up right on the outside corner at the knees. Right where you want to locate it if you're Merrill Kelly. Brewers got back-to-back homers in the first. Nothing since against Kelly. Turang at his speed at second base. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Yelich chased it. And Yelich is gone on strikes. That's the 5th strikeout for Merrill Kelly. And Yelich just went out of the zone. Jake Bauers 0 for 2. Bauers has popped up and grounded out. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike. Frequent listener to the program, Jane El Cajon, letting us know Bryce Turang's 100th career stolen base. Appreciate that. Maybe he'll get the bag and get it authenticated. Throw a sticker on it. 0-1 to Bauers. Up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's got all that stuff at his disposal. Tracking everything. The hologram master. 1-1 on Bauers. Kelly's pitch. A half swing and a miss. 4-seam fastball up above the belt, and Bauers chased it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bauers, who's been so hot on this road trip, 8 out of 16, a couple of home runs, 7 driven in. That includes today's 0 for 2. Brewers need a big hit right now. Try and bring Turang home, tie this game. 1-2. Off the plate away, didn't miss by much. Finally, a call goes the Brewers' way. 2 balls, 2 strikes, maybe a half a baseball off the outside corner. That changeup has been such a good pitch for Merrill Kelly today. Two pitch. That's low. Again, a pitch that's been a strike at times. Didn't get it there. Kelly's thrown his changeup more than any other pitch today. Next closest pitch, some variety of the fastball 11 times. He's thrown his changeup 25 times. 3-2, 2 outs. The pitch home is a called third strike. And Bauers is rung up. The 2 previous pitches were better than those. That's too bad. Bauers worked a good at-bat, and Jake Bauers is called out on strikes. Turang stranded at second base. We go to the bottom.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
WMJ.
Top of the order for the Texas Rangers. Starts with Josh Smith. He hits one foul and out of play. Oh, a station break. 10 seconds for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Seven pitches and counting for Freddie Peralta. Misses outside for a ball. It's 1-1 on Josh Smith. Texas leads 3-2 in the bottom of the fifth inning. Going through the lineup for a third time. Smith takes a strike with a changeup. It's 1-2 with Lane Grindle and Kent Sommerfeld. Jeff Levering with you. Brewers getting their bullpen moving. Grant Anderson is the first one to play catch. Peralta's delivery is a ground ball hit towards second and past Bryce Terang and into center for a base hit. Leadoff man is on for Texas for just the second time. The other time was Jake Berger's home run in the second inning. So leadoff batter is on. Langford's the hitter. He has struck out and walked. Not a bad pitch. Fastball, outer part of the plate. Just hit it in the wrong spot. Langford waits and takes strike one. Change up at the knees. I'd like to take a moment and thank our proud partner, U.S. Sound Dealer, for their partnership with the Brewers Radio Network all season. And partners for over a decade. There is a strike. And it's 0-2 on Wyatt Langford. Here's talking about U.S. Sound Dealer's call to the bullpen. Delivery on 0-2, misses down and away. Jansen knocked it down. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As of August 1st, U.S. Sound Dealer is now part of T-Mobile, giving customers more options and coverage than ever before. 1-2 on Wyatt Langford. And he missed low. Tried the change up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 94 pitches for Freddie Peralta. I wonder how long the leash will be for Freddie. Delivery. Down and in. So from 0-2 to 3-2, we've seen that story quite a bit with Freddie Peralta, even during this stretch of scoreless innings. A lot of 0-2s to 3-2s. Last year, he led the big leagues in making counts from 2 strikes and nothing to 3-2. See if they send Smith. He goes, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Throw to second base, and it is late. So Smith swipes second base. Jansen had a decent pitch to throw on. Just a 1-hop throw. Terang made a nice pick, but Smith slid to the outside part of the base. 12 steal for Smith. I'm not sure Terang ever got a glove on him either. Total hook slide to the back part of the bag. Now Jock Peterson hits one foul down the left field line. Changeup that was in the right-handed batter's box hit a foul.
Hey, if he got the tag down, pretty close play, might have had a chance, but I don't know that he ever actually got the tag on him.
The benefit of having that extra square inch on each side of that base. Extend that reach. 0-1 pitch. Peterson with a fly ball into left. Jackson Churio under it. Squeezes it. 2 away. Another ortho ASAP strikeout, by the way, for Freddie Peralta. He has 8 in the game. He's got 2 outs, and Jake Berger coming to the plate, and Danny Jansen will go out and chat with Freddie Peralta. Grant Anderson is ready. Maybe the last batter for Freddie. 98 pitches and climbing. Don't forget, in a place where sports are played at the same time, it's important to have food for all seasons, like Usingers. Beef franks for baseball, brats for football, sliced summer sausage for hoops. Maybe some Canadian bacon for hockey. Remember, Usingers is always in season. Jake Berger, a home run and a pop-up to first base in foul territory. 1 for 2. Pitch to Berger. Strike 1. Trying to finish strong, Freddie Peralta. 99 pitches for Freddie. Smith, the runner at second, 0-1 pitch. Berger took down and away with a curveball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Freddie has not thrown many sliders in this game today. In fact, he has not thrown one single slider. Fastballs, curveballs, changeups. Got pretty slider heavy there over his last few starts. None today. And Berger sends it to center. Back goes Perkins. Still back. It is over his head and over the wall for a 2-run homer for Jake Berger. Second home run of the day, 16th of the season, and it just crept over that yellow line in straightaway center field. Change up, middle of the plate, just above the knees, and Berger was on it. Hit it 112 off the bat. It's 5-2 Texas. They've scored exactly 5 runs in every game of this series. First pitch curveball is a ball. 1-0 to Young. That's line foul, third base side. The Brewers now chasing 3 runs. They scored the first 2 of the game on back-to-back home runs. It's been all Rangers since. Freddie Peralta allowing 5 runs in a start for just the second time this season. Had not allowed 5 runs since the last game of July, the game against the Cubs. Pitch to Young. Hit on the ground, foul, third base side. Count climbs to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two homers to Jake Berger, who now has 3 lifetime home runs against Freddie Peralta. Young fouls it back, 94 on that fastball. Peralta now up to 105 pitches. Season high is 108. He's done it twice. (5-2) Texas. Peralta deals, and it's fouled away again. The same story. The Brewers out hitting the Rangers, and it's that 5th inning. Yeah, 5th inning has been the killer in this series, Lane. All 3 games. Young waits and takes down and away.
It's a little bit, it feels a little bit like the Brewers have gotten a taste of their own medicine, too. Every time the Brewers put together something, the Rangers come back at them. They take advantage of 2-out opportunities.
2-2 to Young. Missed inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Peralta will set a new season high with pitches. This will be number 109. Higashioka is on deck, and this is more than likely the last batter for Peralta either way. 3-2. Young rips another one fouled in the left field line. Well, right now the Rangers, the hottest team in baseball, 13-4 in the last 17 games. Pitch number 9 in the sequence on the way to Young, and he fouled it away. We'll see a 10th. The Brewers have now allowed 10 5th-inning runs in this series. 4 Monday, 4 last night, and 2 so far today. Payoff again to Young. Hit foul.
And a home run in all of those.
And a grand slam and a couple of 2-run homers each of the last 2 nights. (5-2) Texas in the 5th. Pitch to Young, another foul ball down the third base side. This would be pitch number 12 for Freddie Peralta against Josh Young, third baseman. After a 2-out, 2-run homer by Berger. Pitch, a swing and a miss at a changeup, and Peralta strikes out his 9th batter of the game. But the Rangers strike for 2 more as Jake Berger hits one out to straightaway center field. It's 5-2 Texas as we go to the 6th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer.
Shohei Ohtani doesn't make any sense. A hitter that pitches. A hand steals bases. No way. A living legend who's this humble? No way. Ohtani isn't a one-way player or a two-way player. He's a no-way player.
That's my security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted a famous dog, so she told me to do it.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Grand Slam burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Back to work. Pitch count is in a really good place for him. Just 74 pitches. Last inning, he threw just 8 pitches. I take that back. I miscounted. He threw 18. I've been there. I can't read my own writing sometimes. Went 56 to 74. That's 18. Not 8. I forgot to subtract an extra 10 spot there. 18 pitch inning. Frelick, Durbin, and Perkins coming up against Kelly, and the pitch is a strike. And it's 0-1 on Sal. 0 for 2 and 0 for 9 in the series. And Freddie Peralta, 5 innings, 5 runs on 6 hits. Pitch to Frelick is chopped foul first base side, and it's 0-2. Gave up 2 runs in the 3rd inning on just 1 hit. Walked a pair. The only 2 walks of the game for Peralta. Struck out 9. Berger homered against him twice. 0-2 to Frelick. Ground ball hit towards second base. Cody Freeman's got it and throws him out. 4-3 on the ground out. Caleb Durbin's the hitter. 6th inning is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Our contestant is James Salzman from Appleton. James would win a gift card jackpot of $550 if a member of the crew hits a home run in the inning. $100 will be added to the total for each additional home run. Visit any participating Woodman store to enter service and savings. That's Woodman's. Opening pitch to Durbin is a strike. Base hit and a comebacker for Durbin, 1 for 2. Brewers out hitting the Rangers. And another base hit for Durbin. Slaps one to left field for a 1-out single. The Brewers have out hit the Rangers each of the first 2 games of the series. And the Brewers have not had a ton of at-bats with runners in scoring position, though. Coming into the game, just a total of 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Remember, in the opener, they were 0 for 1, got shut out. Last night, Rockets all over the place. Perkins takes a strike. Perkins had a base hit his last time up.
At least part of the story has been when the Rangers have hit their home runs, there have been guys on. When the Brewers have, they've been solo home runs so far.
Toss to first. Durbin is back with a slide.
Burgers was a solo home run in the second inning, but other than that, it's been a couple of two-run home runs, a grand slam.
And Brewers have hit 3 solo homers in the series, all told. Perkins takes low. 1 ball, 1 strike on Blake Perkins. Still down by 3 and some more at-bats to work with. They got to get moving, though. No sign of anybody working in that bullpen for Texas either. 1-1, another toss to first. And talk about playoff scenarios and clinching a playoff berth. And Brewers have bigger things on their mind. Division championship. Number 1 seed is still very much in play. Pitch to Perkins is fouled away. Brewers have a 4.5-game lead over the Phillies for the best record in the National League. Entering play today because they won the season series. That plays a role in it. Brewers needed losses today from the Giants, the Reds, and the Dodgers, but they needed to win themselves too. And all those other scenarios to play out in order to clinch today. The Dodgers play the late game tonight. Pitch to Perkins is a pop-up third base side. Foul territory. Long run for Young. He's there on the warning track to make the catch. Perkins pops up for the second out of the inning. That's a 9 p.m. Central Time start for the Dodgers. Giants are already underway. They trail 4-0 against Arizona. Again, all you got to do is take care of your own business. And the rest takes care of itself. Brewers have been stuck on that 89th win for a couple of days now. Just running up against a hot team of the Rangers. Still got a shot. Jansen at the plate. Singled on the infield last time and takes a ball. 1-0. Jansen now 9 for 45 as a member of the Brewers. Pitch is a check swing. Did he go around? Did not. Carlos Torres says nay. Merrill Kelly at 85 pitches. It's 2-0 on Danny Jansen. Let's see if the bottom of the order sparked the offense. Jansen takes inside. And it's 3-0 now on Jansen. You got Joey Ortiz, who's on deck. Feels like every time he comes to the plate, guys are on base. Kobe Milner is now playing catch in the Brewers' pen. Pitch to Jansen, right in there for a strike. Kelly, 3-1 count. Pitch to Jansen. Fouled back. It's 3-2. Good one to hit right there. Right down the middle with a cut fastball. Trying to advance the inning to Joey Ortiz. See if he can provide a lift to this offense. Right now it's Jansen. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Top half of inning number 6. Rangers lead by 3. Kelly will step off the back of the slab. Hobie Milner playing catch. That's for the top of the order with Terang and a couple of batters. Kelly, who wears pitch count device on his belt, calling a new pitch. Here it is, Jansen. Line down the left field line. That's a base hit. Durbin was on the move to start. He'll end up at third. Jansen extends the inning with a base hit to left field. And they're on the corners for Joey Ortiz, and he will be pulled back. And Rhys Hoskins grabs a bat, and he will pinch hit, representing the potential tying run in this 6th inning. So a 2-out base hit by Danny Jansen, his 2nd hit of the game, and we'll get Mike Maddox out of the dugout for a visit to the mound with Merrill Kelly before Hoskins comes up. All trips to the mound presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Hitch a ride to Brewers home games in a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the sportsbook or a same-day sports bet and get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. So Mike Maddox chatting with Merrill Kelly, who more than likely is facing his last batter of the game regardless. The left-hander and Hobie Milner ready in the bullpen. Hoskins for a 2nd straight night, hitting for Joey Ortiz in the 9 spot. Last night popped up to the catcher. So Hoskins pinch hits this year with runners in scoring position. Hoskins hitting .257. Had his first at-bat in almost 2 months. He in the contest last night at the big league level. And that sprained thumb. Sustained it down in Tampa Bay. And right now he's in trying to get something done against Merrill Kelly. He's 0 for 6 lifetime against Kelly. First pitch is down and away, ball 1. Brewers have had a man on in all but 1 inning so far. They've stranded 5. They've got him on the corners, a tying run at the plate. 1-0 pitch. Hoskins took, down and away again. 2 balls, no strikes. These are the moments that Pat Murphy is going to use Rhys Hoskins in. If he's not starting, high leverage, run producing situations. 2-0 coming. Hoskins took it low again. 3 balls, no strikes. He has not seen a fastball. He saw a cutter and now back-to-back changeups. And Bryce Terang is on deck for the Brewers. Kelly has not walked a batter tonight. He's 3-0 on Hoskins. Got to imagine an automatic take. The pitch. And he's swinging away. And he drives it into left for a base hit. A 3-0 hack from Rhys Hoskins. And he drives home a run to make it 5-3. So much for the automatic take. Hoskins was ready to rip. Got a fastball, first one of the sequence. And he drives in a run to make it 5-3. And Bruce Bochy is out of the dugout to make a pitching change. Bryce Terang will hit with 2 on and 2 out against Hobie Milner after this U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen. Reminds you that when the game is on, turn your notifications off with US mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Hoskins, a pinch hit RBI single, keeps the inning alive. It's 5-3 Texas.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Toyota.com or your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Colby Milner is in the ball game for the Texas Rangers, facing Bryce Terang. Terang 2 hits today, a home run, and a infield single back in the 5th. Hits with runners at first and second base. Andrew Monasterio, the tying run, standing at first base. He's running for Rhys Hoskins. Lefty-lefty matchup. Milner against Terang. Here's the pitch, and Terang took a strike. Colby Milner this year has inherited 46 runners. Only 12 have scored. Terang trying to change that. Jansen, the runner at second. Monasterio, the runner at first. The 0-1. Fouled away. Good pitch to hit, down and in. And it's 0-2 on Bryce Terang. Milner pitched last night, picked up the win. The stretch and the 0-2 coming. Down and away went sweeper. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Terang hitting .292 against left-handed pitching this year. Trying to extend the inning to Churio, who's on deck. A run in already. 1-2. Ground ball right back to Milner. He snares it. Flips it over to first base, and the Brewers are finished in the 6th inning. Hit it hard, right on the button, but right back at Milner. And the Brewers are done in the 6th. Get a run, strand a pair. Bottom of the 6th coming up. 5-3 Texas on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh, my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season, because I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
Inning and a pitching change for the Brewers. Grant Anderson is on to work. Anderson worked an inning in yesterday's ball game, struck out a batter, walked one. And he'll face the bottom portion of the order, starting with Kyle Higashioka. 59th appearance for Anderson. First pitch is a strike. And it's 0-1 on Higashioka. Struck out twice against Freddie Peralta. Finished the day 5 innings. 5 runs on 6 hits. Struck out 9. 0-1 to Higashioka. Sends a fly ball into left center. Perkins glides over. Makes the catch. Leadoff batter retired in the 6th.
Just look at Merrill Kelly's final line. 5 2/3, 10 hits, 3 runs, and he gave up 2 home runs. So think about that. It took 9 other hits to get that 1 other run for the Brewers against Merrill Kelly. You just don't see that line. Now, no walks is a big part of it.
Osuna takes a strike, and it's 0-1 against Grant Anderson. It's a very odd line, and the fact that the Brewers only got 3 runs on 10 hits is rather remarkable. Osuna gets a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Osuna, the base hit. Back in the 4th inning, is 1 for 2. Delivery, foul back. Stays at 0-2 on Alejandro Osuna. Kind of the way that Merrill Kelly works, though. Gives up a lot of hits, but stingy with men in scoring position. And it's fouled away left side. Osuna hanging in there against Grant Anderson. The job now by the Brewers bullpen is keep the Rangers where they are. It's only a 2-run deficit. See if you can get to the bullpen. Milner got Terang. Got another left-hander getting loose in their bullpen. Garcia again. There's a ground ball to second base. Terang has that and throws out Osuna. 4-3 on the putout. Cody Freeman hits. It's the last time you took a look outside your windows and thought, you know what, I think it's time for an upgrade. Or I just need to wash them. But if you're looking for an upgrade,
last homestand.
Yeah, last homestand. Give our friends over at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin a call. Built for long-lasting comfort and reliability. Right now, score 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com. Starting to become that cold season. Make sure you got a good seal on those windows. We all know that if you got frost on the hinges on the inside, that you won't have that anymore with Pella Windows and Doors. They're a game changer.
You know an awful lot about windows, Jeff.
Line drive caught by Durbin at third, and the Rangers are finished in the bottom of the 6th. We head to the 7th inning, see if the Brewers can keep the momentum. Churio, Yelich, and Bowers coming up. It's 5-3 Texas on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American.
You've been knocking it out of the park all year, Cancer, but you're not done with your winning streak yet. This is the time to break out your most powerful swings, your fastest sprints, and your strongest throws to get you through the final weeks of the season. The harder you push yourself on the diamond, the more success you'll see from your performance.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. They rob you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a picture.
Seventh inning, Brewers trail by a couple. New pitcher in for the Texas Rangers, another left-hander. And speaking of left-handers, here's our left-hander in the booth, Lane Grindle.
Yeah, left-handed most of the time.
Right, left-handed.
Right and eat left-handed.
That's a lefty to me.
Yeah. Played baseball right-handed. Ran right-handed.
It's impressive. A lot of people don't run with their hands.
Jackson Churio, a right-handed hitter, will lead off here in the top of the 7th inning. It's Garcia, 64th appearance for the Southpaw, 3-7 with a 3.07 ERA. Ezekiel Duran is the new second baseman as well. And Jackson, first pitch swinging, pops it up into shallow center. Racing in is Hellman, calls everybody off and makes the catch. And there's one away.
So Duran is at second base for the Rangers and now hitting 8th for Texas. And now here's Christian Yelich. Don't miss George Webb's double play meal deal. 7 cheeseburgers, 2 orders of fries for $17.99. Win, lose, home or away. Visit georgewebb.com for locations and details. Garcia's first pitch to Yelich is down and away with a changeup, and it's 1-0. 5-3 Rangers lead in the top of the 7th. Garcia kicks and delivers, and Yelich swings on it and fouls it back into the net. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Garcia worked the 7th inning in last night's game, gave up a double to Yelich with 2 outs. That was inside the third base bag and down that left field line. Yelich batting right now with nobody on and 1 away. Garcia's pitch. It is a swing and a miss at a changeup on the inner part of the plate. In fact, probably right on that inside edge. And it's 1-2 on Yelich. Christian lined out at 111 miles an hour back in the first inning. He struck out his 2 times to the plate since then. 0 for 3 in this game as he swings on it and fouls it back, and it stays at 1-2. Rob Zastryzny's getting loose. Speaking of left-handers, in the Brewers bullpen. Garcia looks in. The 1-2 to Yelich. Outside with a slider. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Andrew Vaughn has grabbed a bat. He's in the on-deck circle to hit for Bowers. You'd love for him to get a chance to hit with Yelich aboard. 2-2 from Garcia. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a changeup down and away. Yelich strikes out for the 3rd time in this game. And there are 2 down and nobody on, and Vaughn will be the batter. So Vaughn is going to hit for Bowers here. And before Vaughn hits, Kyle Higashioka is going to go out there for a conversation and a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound to talk things over with his left-hander. Trips to the mound, presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Get your ride to Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the Sportsbook or a same-day sports bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. Brief conference between Higashioka and Garcia. And now Vaughn steps in there. Vaughn has been very good of late. He's had a great road trip, had a great final game in the homestand before the Brewers went out on the road. First pitch to Vaughn is right through there with a slider for strike 1. Vaughn on this road trip, 8 for 20. A 1. And Vaughn took low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Andrew Vaughn has been one of the Brewers' hotter hitters over the last week. The pitch, and he pops this one up. Into center, racing to his left is Hellman. He's underneath of it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Brewers go down in order in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of 7. It is a 5-3 Rangers lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
When you... That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd roll in that grass for days. Betty gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Hey, it's a Lourdes Gurriel dog. That's a nice touch. Pina power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newt Bar fan. What a present for Mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah. I don't have to shot putting it. Block when there's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together. That's beautiful, isn't it?
side. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not? Right?
He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's all
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
Seventh inning stretch sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. The Island is your premier resort destination, largest north of Milwaukee, and the place to be. Book your trip today at IslandResortAndCasino.com. 5-3 Rangers. Brewers have Eric Fetty getting loose in their bullpen as Rob Zastryzny takes over on the mound for the Crew. And Zastryzny will face Michael Hellman to lead off the bottom of the seventh, and the pitch missed outside with a cutter. It's 1-0. Getting late, but you never put anything past this Brewers squad. They've had some dramatic late inning wins over the course of this year. 1-0 is a ground ball shot foul at the third base line. It's 1-1. It's the best road team in baseball, and they swept the Pirates, and it's easy just to assume it might just continue right on down here in Texas. But the Rangers have played good baseball in this series so far. They've made the Brewers earn everything. 1-1 is a fly ball into shallow left. Andrew Monasterio is going to be called off now by the left fielder Jackson Churio, who takes charge and makes the catch. And there's one away here in the Rangers half of the seventh inning. And now back to the top of the order, and Josh Smith. Join the Brewers game September 16th for a special Jacob Mizorowski t-shirt giveaway. First 10,000 ticketed. Jeff's so excited he can't even contain himself. First 10,000 ticketed fans through the gates. Get here early. You don't want to miss this one. Get your seats at brewers.com/giveaways. There's a strike to Smith, and it's 0-1. Are you okay? Is the next question I would ask.
Frankly, it took my breath away, Lane. Couldn't believe it. I had my microphone off.
The 0-1 to Smith is in there for a strike. It's 0-2. Your microphone was off?
It was off, and I thought I was turning it off, but it was off to begin with, so I was turning it on in mid-cough, so my apologies.
No, you're all good. 0-2 is down and away, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Smith.
Took a sip down the wrong pipe there.
Yeah, that happens.
We're all right. But that Miz t-shirt, woof, yeah.
Well, it got you choked up. Pitch is down in the dirt. That was a sweeper. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, we're good.
Jeff is fired up for that t-shirt, man.
Can't wait, only 10,000. Get there early.
Zastryzny's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a sweeper. Ortho ASAP strikeout, and there's 2 away in the inning. Start healing faster with Ortho ASAP. Meet with a specialist today. Learn more at orthowisconsin.com. Only a couple of scores to give you as we drive around the league, brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. Diamondbacks still beating the Giants 4-0 in San Francisco in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch is outside to Wyatt Langford. It's 1-0. Red Sox lead the A's in Sacramento 3-2. Top of the 4th inning in that one. 1-0 pitch, and Langford took inside. It goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Sean Armstrong is getting loose in the Rangers bullpen. 2-0. That is a touch high with a cutter. It goes to 3-0 on Langford. You've got Jock Peterson's spot due up, but Jonah Heim has her bat and is in the on-deck circle right now for the Rangers. 3-0. Swung on and fouled straight back. And it's 3-1 on Langford. Twins out to an early 1-0 lead in Anaheim over the Angels. That game's in the bottom of the 3rd. Everything else coming up later on tonight on the Major League slate. Zastryzny trying to work a 1-2-3 7th inning. The 3-1 to Langford. Misses down and in. He won't do it. It'll be a 2-out walk to the number 2 hitter. Second time Langford's walked today. And now here is Jonah Heim, who is going to pinch hit for Jock Peterson. It is a 5-3 Rangers lead. We told you Sean Armstrong's getting loose in the Texas bullpen. Right now, Danny Jansen is out there to talk over the strategy against Heim. Brewers will have Frelick, Durbin, and Perkins scheduled to hit in the top of the 8th inning. And now Lance Barrett's out there to break up the conversation. Brewers on their bench would have Isaac Collins and William Contreras left. Heim climbing into the box here. Langford is at first with 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Zastryzny on the third base side of the rubber brings home the pitch, and that's a strike. Fastball at 91 right down the middle. And it's 0-1 on Heim. Zastryzny looks at first. And the 0-1. This one's popped up. Into foul territory, first base side, Andrew Vaughn in the coach's box. Right there to squeeze it for the final out. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left for the Rangers. We go to the 8th. 5-3 Texas on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
So this is MLB Network Talent Stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lauren Shahadi
How
card?
about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lauren Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
Texas. It's a 5-3 Rangers lead. And back in with the play-by-play. Here's Jeff Levering.
Turn my microphone on. Thank you.
You're out of rhythm now on or off with your mic.
We're all good now. Okay, cooking with gas. First pitch from Garcia, speaking of gas, up high for ball 1 on Sal Frelick. Probably the only batter that Garcia will face in the inning. Couple of right-handers scheduled. And right-hander loose in the bullpen for Texas. Frelick into right, a base hit. Leadoff single gets the Brewers going in this top of the 8th inning. Hit number 11 for the Brewers in the game. And here comes Bruce Bochy. And 2 pitches into this 8th inning, we will have a U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen. Proud to support the Brewers. When the game's on, don't miss your chance to turn off ringers and cheer for dingers. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Bochy is out. Garcia is out. Armstrong is coming in. Got the save in last night's game. So Sean Armstrong is coming in to face Caleb Durbin on the other side of this break. It's 5-3 Texas on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
There's a new voice for usingers. We think you're going to like him. The key.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
Get yourself ready.
Yes, there are hugs, and then there's that.
Now, what is that?
What
is the purpose of that?
It's an anemometer. It measures wind speed.
So that's good.
But it looks like a fidget spinner.
Meanwhile, on the Cove, it just looks like too much fun.
It was so routine, he took his eye off.
You got to come up with this play. You got to. You're right there. You had 2 hands. He looked it in. Oh.
Sean Armstrong pitching for the second consecutive day. Picked up the save last night for Texas. Faces Caleb Durbin, who flied to center against Armstrong last night. He's the tying run, 5-3 in the top of the 8th. Nobody out. Frelick at first. Pitch to Durbin. A swing and a miss. And a sweeper. It's 0-1. Good speed on the bases with Frelick singled to open up the inning against Garcia. Armstrong sets and tosses to first. Frelick's back. Today's 8th inning is brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council. Earn great union wages and benefits building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org and feel the power. 0-1 on Durbin, who's got a couple of hits today. And he takes a wide strike, and it's 0-2. Brewers have 11 hits. Rangers have just 6. The Rangers lead by 2 runs. The pitch. Ground ball to short. Double play ball. 6, 4, and 3. Taylor made. Durbin hit it hard, but right at Josh Smith. Doesn't get any easier than that. Wipes the bases clean. 2 away for Blake Perkins. Pitch right down the middle, 92 miles an hour. And those are the kind of ground balls you work on before the game. Perkins, a base hit back in the 4th inning. 1 for 3 today. Here's the pitch from Armstrong, and it's a strike. Play Perkins to the opposite field. Third baseman Young in on the grass. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. The Brewers had so many scoring opportunities in Pittsburgh. Haven't had as many in this series as Perkins swings and fouls it at home plate. In and out of the glove of Higashioka. So far, the Brewers today are 2 for 7, hitting with runners in scoring position, 4 for 14 in the series. Perkins takes a called third strike at the bottom of the zone. And Perkins is rung up to end the frame. Had a base hit, double play ball erased it. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-3 Texas on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
What's on tap with Sandy Max, keeping you updated on culture and creativity.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also
the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands.
Aaron signs every autograph
and tattoos every baseball.
Aaron foots the bill.
They rob you blind.
Aaron's a good guy, the best.
Unless you're a picture.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Eric Fetty is the new pitcher for the Brewers. Grant Anderson and Rob Strisny putting up zeros in the last 2 innings, keeping the Texas Rangers offense at bay. Jake Berger will lead it off. He's homered twice. His last home run in the 5th inning made it a 5-2 ball game at the time. First pitch from Fetty misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Gave the Rangers the separation they needed, at least at the time being. Fetty misses down and away with a breaking ball. 2 balls, no strikes on Berger. Two coming. 3-0 now after he missed outside. Pitch is a strike, and it's 3-1 on Berger. Young and then Higashioka to follow. Brewers will have one more crack at the Rangers in the 9th. Jansen, Monasterio, and Terang as scheduled hitters. Do have Contreras and Collins available on the bench. 3-1. Berger looked at a ball low. That's ball 4, and before Young comes up, 10 for identification on the Brewers Radio Network. Leadoff man on for just the 3rd time in the game for Texas. 5-3 Rangers as Young takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Lane Grindle, Kent Sommerfeld, Jeff Levering aboard. Series finale of the Rangers. Brewers swept the Pirates, and they're 3 outs away from being swept by the Rangers. Young takes outside. Brewers have not been swept in a series since the opening 3-game series of the season against the Yankees. Young looks at a ball down and away. 2 balls and a strike on Josh Young. Struck out twice and grounded out. This is grounded out in the 4th inning. That was the impressive one from Joey Ortiz earlier in the game. Cutter missed low. 3 balls and a strike on Young. Fetty's got to find the strike zone and in a hurry. Young pops it up. Foul territory, first base side. Vaughn is there and makes the catch in foul ground. Straddling the turf and the dirt on the warning track. 1 away for Higashioka. Fall baseball is the best kind, and it's coming. It's right around the corner. Enjoy it with Wisconsin and the absolute best that they have to offer. Pitch to Higashioka, hit foul. Award-winning Pine River cheese spreads, Cedar Crest tasty ice cream and custard, and America's finest sausage from Usingers. It's the best of the best. Usingers, Cedar Crest, Pine River cheese spreads, and our buddy Jared Sandler just popped in to say hello. Higashioka ready to work again, and it's a ground ball hit to third. Could be two. Durbin goes to second. Doesn't get anybody as he rushed the transfer and couldn't get it out of his glove at all. That is a very rare mistake by Caleb Durbin. It'll go as an E5. Was thinking about getting the ball out so quickly that he forgot the most important part, and that was the baseball. That was a double play made for the Brewers, and they turned that 99 times out of 100. Two hops, hit him in the palm of the glove, and then never got the transfer. So an E5, a walk, a pop-up, and now an E5 opens the door for the Texas Rangers. Alejandro Osuna takes strike one. And with the base runners that are on, and Higashioka at the plate, too, that was as easy as it gets. A rare misplay defensively for the Brewers. Osuna takes low with a cutter. 1 ball and 1 strike. See if Fetty can roll up Osuna. There's a breaking ball over the outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2.
And those are those little things the Brewers just don't typically do, and it's such a big part of the reason why they have 89 wins. They are just so much cleaner than other teams in all of those areas. So when they don't make that play, it stands out a little bit more, too.
Fouled away by Osuna. And we've seen that in the last couple of weeks. The game in Toronto sticks out. The last game against the Blue Jays. A couple of nights ago against the Rangers. Just little things here and there. Base running mistakes. The pitch. And it's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Pat Murphy talked about on the pregame show yesterday, and as we've discussed a lot, this is a team that plays full throttle. They don't let the gas pedal off. Osuna takes wide, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Former Brewer Rowdy Tellez has a bat in his hand. He would hit next as Fetty steps off the back of the rubber. Fetty's pitch hit down the left field line, foul. Another long sequence with Alejandro Osuna. 19 pitches so far in this inning for Fetty. He's got 1 out, 2 men on base. And the pitch is a ball off the inside corner. He walked another one in the inning. The bases are loaded without a hit. And Rowdy Tellez will pinch hit with the bases loaded. And it'll bring Chris Hook out to the mound to chat with Eric Fetty. Tellez had a career year in Milwaukee in 2022 at 35 home runs, drove in 89. It has been a bit of a struggle for him since. Remember, came back to Milwaukee in 23. It just wasn't the same for him. Ended up being designated for assignment later on in the season. He was with Pittsburgh for the majority of last season. Hit 13 home runs this year between Seattle and Texas. 97 games, 15 home runs, and driven in 40. And Pat Murphy and Rowdy Tellez exchanging some glances at one another. He's hitting for Ezekiel Duran. To say that this is a big at-bat in this game would be an understatement. Pitch to Rowdy. It's a strike, and it's 0-1. Everybody knows the power of Rowdy Tellez. Had a great postseason in 2021 with Milwaukee. And that one caught the outside corner with a sweeper. 0-2 on Rowdy. You know that he'll chase out of the zone. 5-3 Texas. Fetty throws home. And he missed down and away. No chase on that changeup. Big left-handed batter, Rowdy Tellez. 1-2. Hit on the ground softly. Second base. Terang has one play. It's to first. And Tellez will drive in a run. It's any harder, and the Brewers probably get a chance to turn a double play, but the botched potential double play earlier in the inning costing the Brewers a run. A run without the benefit of a hit in this inning. And it's second and third for Michael Hellman. Again, not a situation where you want to see Hellman, who's had such a great series against the Brewers. He's 1 for 3 so far today. Makes him 4 out of 8 in the series. 2 homers, 7 driven in. 6-3 Texas. Pitch to Hellman. Strike on the inside corner. A 25-pitch inning for Eric Fetty. 2 walks, an error, and an RBI groundout. Pitch to Hellman. Fly ball into shallow left. Andrew Monasterio's out from shortstop. He'll make the catch. And the side is retired. However, the Rangers add a much-needed run. So we go to the 9th inning at 6-3 Texas on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Meet Aaron Judge. Aaron is the captain of the New York Yankees. What a great leader. He's won MVP 2 times. He's also the most dangerous man on the planet with a bat in his hands. Aaron signs every autograph and tattoos every baseball. Aaron foots the bill. They rob you blind. Aaron's a good guy, the best. Unless you're a picture.
South side of Chicago, where are you at? This was the first time I got traded, but I was so excited to wear these pinstripes and be a South side of Chicago boy. This jersey right here is an all-star jersey. You can see on the back the all-stars and the all-star patch there. Being an all-star and being who I was called over there to be was something I was real proud of.
Trying to steal home. Here's the throw to the plate. He's safe. No matter where you live. Yelich sprinted home. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Ninth inning, last chance for the Brewers. They're down by 3, and Sean Armstrong stays in the game for Texas. Danny Jansen will hit first. Isaac Collins has a bat in his hand. He'll hit next. And then Bryce Terang after that. It's baseball season, also known as Shandy season. Baseball fans, Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy, refreshing Weiss beer, natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's flavor of the moment. Dylan Moore is the new second baseman for Texas. Armstrong throws home to Jansen, and he's got a strike. Jansen with 2 more hits today. He's 2 for 3. The Brewers out-hitting the Texas Rangers yet again. They will have out-hit the Rangers in every single game of this series. And 3 outs away from being swept, though. Jansen takes a ball off the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike.
24,682. 2, 4, 6.
Ready to rock and roll on 1-1. Jansen fouls it away. Fastball at 94, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 24,682 in attendance today. About 150 more than we had in the ballpark last night. Armstrong's 1-2 to Jansen. Struck him out. Fastball up in the zone. Jansen chased it. Armstrong with the first out of the inning. Came in with a man on and nobody out in the 8th. Got a double play and struck out Perkins. Strikes out Jansen, and now Isaac Collins hits for Monasterio. Brewers using everybody on that bench with the exception of William Contreras. Contreras getting a full day off. He had played in 65 consecutive games. His last time that he was not in the lineup was the Mizorowski-Skeens game back in late June.
Wow. I mean, he is a workhorse. And yeah, the thing about Contreras that is kind of amazing, it seems like the more he plays, the better he gets. I mean, think about that stretch. He's had his best stretch of baseball at the plate over his last 55 games or so, which is kind of similar to that range.
Yep.
It's like he gets better the more he plays, the more he sees the baseball.
Hit his stride at the end of July. The power surge is when that kicked in, the 2-homer game against Shota Imanaga of the Cubs, and then rode that into August as Mike Maddox is out to chat with Sean Armstrong. Originally, it was just the Kenta Higashioka, and now Mike Maddox giving his dissertation on pitching to Sean Armstrong. Conversation is now over. Isaac Collins coming up. 3-run lead for the Texas Rangers. Brewers heading home, taking on the St. Louis Cardinals starting on Friday. 3-game series. Off day Monday, and then the Los Angeles Angels in town. Second to last homestand of the season. That's weird. Pitch to Collins is a strike on the outside corner. 9 home games left. 6 road games left after this one. 0-1 to Collins. Up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Collins in the Rookie of the Year conversation. 272 for him. 9 homers. 54 driven in. It's from the left side of the plate. Armstrong waits on a 1-1 and coming home. That's outside. 2 balls and a strike on Isaac Collins. Just trying to get himself on base. Give yourself an opportunity. Brewers got a run against Armstrong last night in the 9th. The Jake Bauers solo homer. 2-1. Collins took a strike. 2-2. Hit nothing but missiles all over the field against Armstrong last night. 2-2 pitch. Collins hits it foul, stays alive. Cutter on the outer third. Two with 1 away. Pitch to Collins. He is high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count runs full. It's the typical Isaac Collins at bat.
Get Collins on, there's a gleam. You know, you have Terang in the on-deck circle, who had a good swing against Armstrong last night.
3-2 pitch. Hit down the left field line, foul again. Phil Maton is loosening in the pen for Texas. .63 Rangers. And the 3-2 pitch to Isaac Collins. Way up and away. Back to the backstop for ball 4. First walk of the game issued to the Brewers. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Ortho ASAP. Walk right in. There is a difference. So Collins is on base and Armstrong is out of this game. Phil Maton is coming into this game with a potential tying run in the on-deck circle. So Maton's coming in. He'll face Bryce Terang after this U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries. And I get Greg. I just hope all that fame doesn't go to his head.
You can find anything you're looking for.
And still save big time on your whole grocery bill.
So I can get the groceries I want and save money? Looks like your chips are back on the list.
Yes, thanks, guys.
Guys?
It's Woodman's.
Phil Maton into this ball game, trying to pick up his 4th save of the season. He's got 1 with the Rangers. 16th appearance with Texas. Faces Bryce Terang. Man on is Collins. Brewers down by 3. Pitch from Maton. A swing and a foul at home plate. Sinker at 90 miles an hour. Everything that Maton throws has movement. He doesn't throw anything straight. Sinker, cutter, sweeper, curveball. Everything he's throwing is moving. Here's the stretch. Pitch to Terang. Swing and a foul. That was the curveball right down the middle, and he fouled it away. 0-2 on Terang. Maton worked a clean 8th last night. He's ahead 0-2 on Bryce Terang, homered back in the 1st inning. Maton's pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball. Struck him out number 2, and now it's Jackson Chourio. Chourio is homered, grounded out, and flied out to center twice. Chourio trying to get Yelich to the plate somehow. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Late on a fastball. It's 0-1. Remember, Chourio hit the game-tying home run against Maton in Game 3 of the Wild Card Series. Game 2 of the Wild Card Series last year when Maton was a Met. Not holding Collins. He'll take second base. The pitch is down and away. Defensive indifference to get Collins to second. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jackson Chourio. 2 outs. Man on. Down by 3. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball. 1-2, and the Brewers are down to their final strike. Chourio's timeout. He'll dig back into the right-handed batter's box, trying to battle against Phil Maton. One-two pitch. High. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Maton came into this season with 5 career saves. He has 3 this year, 2 with the Cardinals, 1 with the Rangers. Collins at second. A 2-2 pitch to Jackson Chourio. Swing and a foul off on the right side, and it's in the seats. Maton has the one he wants. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, and the pitch. And it is up and in barely with a cut fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to get on to give Yelich an opportunity to hit against Maton. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a little flare, and it's caught by Berger at first base, and the ball game is over. Frustrating series down in Texas for the Brewers as they fall in the finale by a final of 6-3, and they get swept by Texas. We'll be back, have the final totals for you. Final score, Rangers 6 and the Brewers 3 on the Brewers Radio Network.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Loyalty, family. Few things are more important. This is WTMJ's Steve Scafidi and Loyal Family Renovations. They saved the day after a brutal storm in Oak Creek. Hail damage, yeah, I had a lot of it. But Jeff, Jake, and the whole team, absolute pros, made the entire process smooth as can be. Let's be honest, not everyone knows how to deal with adjusters. They handled all the questions, quick answers, top-notch customer service. In just 2 days, my roof was done. If storm damage hits, call the team that made it easy for me. Loyal Family Renovations.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd bowl in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
Association. Well, Lane, the Brewers come down to Texas and leave with a goose egg in the win column.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Folks, that right there is Decoy, the luckiest dog in the world. His owner is Shohei Ohtani, a myth of a man. A human who can do all this with a baseball is every dog's dream. 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, drool, 250-foot dingers, woof. He gets called a good boy in 2 entire countries.
He's 12-7. Loss goes to Freddie Peralta. He falls to 16-6. And Phil Maton picks up his 4th save of the year. It took 2 hours and 46 minutes in front of 24,682 here today at Globe Life Field. Time for the game-changing moment. It's sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. For me, the game-changing moment was the Jake Berger 2-run home run in...
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium. Ooh, I'd bowl in that grass for days. Bet he gets to fetch those dingers. I'm sure Aaron chases him like that around the house. Aaron's also the nicest human ever. Just not to baseballs. My human, he eats shredded cheese by the handful. I hope Gus knows just how good he's got it.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where like, wow, this is really something.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
Toyota's 2025 lineup. Leading off, the RAV4, a utility all-star that delivers in the clutch. On deck, the spacious Grand Highlander, followed by the fuel-savvy Corolla. Next up, our slugger Tacoma, bringing upper deck power every at-bat. And rounding out the lineup, the playmaking all-hybrid Camry. For more, visit Toyota.com or your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Brewers fans, with Us Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the ball, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Brewers fans. That means at game time, you should do less scrolling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to Us Mode. Because game day is for cheering on the Brew Crew with your crew. US Cellular, built for us.
Lane, before we say goodbye, we need a Smart 18 player of the game.
Got to go with Jake Berger, the 2 home runs, drove in 3 in this one, even walked and scored a run in that 8th inning.
Jake Hamburguesa, today's Smart 18 player of the game. Whether it's HVAC, sheet metal, or welding, Smart 18 members are trained to be the best in the business. Top-tier wages, unbeatable benefits, and lifelong career support. It's not just a job, it's a career. Learn more at smart18.org and start building your future today. Well, the Brewers are hopping on the plane and heading back home still with 89 wins under their belt. Still the best record in Major League Baseball. And they'll take on the St. Louis Cardinals in a 3-game series starting on Friday. Day off tomorrow. We'll have the On Deck Show built by Menards getting underway at 6:35, 7:10 your first pitch.